Hey folks, welcome to a little ride out on one of my own bikes for a change. I'm out riding on my Kawasaki Z900RS, my favourite retro bike of the moment. In fact, it's possibly my favourite retro bike of all time. I absolutely love this bike. Super smooth 4-cylinder. Kawasaki know how to do 4-cylinder bikes, don't they? Anyway, riding somewhere a little bit different today, as you may notice. You may even recognise I'm on the A40 heading into central London. After the intro, I'll tell you what I'm up to. Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel, and a little bonus video that I just thought I'd bring to you. I wasn't planning on doing anything particularly special, and this is going to be a bit of a rambling sort of vloggy thing, because actually all I'm doing today is riding into central London to meet up with my daughter for lunch, who works in Camden. I've been promising her for ages that I come in and take her out to the local pub for lunch, and today's the day. And I was going to go in on the train, but then I thought, well, you know what, the weather forecast is dry today. It's 21 degrees out here, it's not cold. I only live about 30 miles from central London, so why don't I go out on the bike? It would be a good excuse to give the old Z900RS a bit of a go again. So here I am. The other thing is, this bike being a new modern bike means it's ULEZ, ultra low emission zone exempt. It's congestion charge exempt, so it doesn't cost me anything to come into central London like it would if I was in a car. Not only that, if you play your cards right, you can often park your motorcycle for free in central London. I'm hoping to do just that. And so compared to coming in on the train, which would have taken probably a little bit longer and cost me probably about 20 quid return, something like that, for a mere 30 miles, it actually works out more fun and a bit cheaper. So that's why I'm on the bike anyway. It's not a particularly picturesque ride in, it has to be said. I'm coming in obviously from Great Missenden, which is sort of northwest of London. And ahead of me now, actually, you can see central London. I can just see the Shard, I can see the what we used to call the post office tower ahead. We're not actually that far from Wembley. We might even see the arches of that in a minute. Now I'm taking a bit of a risk, because I haven't ridden in central London very often. In fact, I think this is only the third time I've done it. The last time I did it was when I came in with Mrs. Fly on the back of my old GS. We went to the Ace Cafe, met up with some friends, and then the time before that was about 5 or 6 years before that at least. Well, I came in on my old street triple and got caught by the police for jumping a red light up the Mall. That was a video that got my highest number of views ever. It's had something like, the original video, something like 1.2 million views, something like that. And really was kind of incredibly the video that launched my channel. I suppose it's the one video I've ever had that sort of went viral and gave me a lot of followers. So thank you if you found my channel via that particular route. Anyway, I don't intend getting any sort of tickets or jumping red lights or anything like that today. What I am slightly worried about is the parking situation. As I say, if you're lucky, you can find free places to park. There are solo motorcycle parking bays around London, but I don't really want to leave the bike on the street, because London has a bit of a reputation for being a mecca for bike theft. So what I'm going to do is aim for, because I'm meeting my daughter in Camden, I'm going to aim for London Zoo's car park, which is sort of in Camden, and they have a big car park. It looks like it has an attendant, and you can get 4 hours free parking for motorcycles there. So that's what I'm aiming to do, and hopefully if there's an attendant there, I'm assuming that means you've got less chance of your bike being nicked. I have got a couple of locks, of course, which I'll show you when I get there. Anyway, I'm a bit green when it comes to riding in London, so it might be a bit of an adventure or a misadventure. We shall see. Anyway, I'm in good time to meet my daughter, that's the main thing. You never know, I might even introduce her to you. We'll see. I did promise her a cameo role, so we'll see how that goes. Right, I'll speak to you when we're a bit further in. Or indeed, if there's something of interest to show you. So this road, which as I mentioned is the A40, also known as the Westway, I've most often seen on videos years ago from Royal Jordanian. Do you remember him? I don't know if he's still going. I haven't checked him out for ages. He used to just ride with very loud bikes, I think, so he got hurt in traffic. I remember he had a Husqvarna Nuda, BMW S1000R, I think, maybe some other bikes, can't remember, and he used to just ride in, never used to talk to the camera or anything, rev his bike up a bit, and used to get like millions of views for every video. It was just incredible, and he often would be coming in this way. It just shows you can put any old rubbish on the internet and people will watch it. Don't I know. Anyway, you do need to have your wits about you a bit here, because it is obviously a very busy road and they're very hot on speed limits. It's a 40-mile-an-hour bit at the moment and there are cameras everywhere. It's also known as a red route. Look, if you're watching from abroad you may not know what they are. Basically it means you can't stop on this particular route because it's one of the major thoroughfares into London, central London. You've got to keep going. Right, these days I don't come into London that often by road. Usually I come in by train with Mrs. Fly if we want a night out, go to the theatre, that sort of thing, which we love to do. But I'm no longer an expert on the roads of London, so I'm relying on my trusty sat-nav. This is the Aochi unit, the C3, which I've shown you before. It's the same unit as I use to navigate my way around Spain in the winter. It's still going strong. It's a fantastic unit. If you're interested in one, by the way, I can get you a discount, and I can get you one of these for about 70 quid or 75 quid thereabouts. It's so cheap it's untrue. It gives you Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, all that stuff on your bike, and it's less than the cost of a quad lock. It's absolutely incredible value. I'll put a link in the corner. Anyway, advert over, but well worth having one of those if you need a nav solution. Just noticed over there, look, that tower, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a green heart on the top. Infamous. That's the Grenfell Tower. You may recall, again, if you're abroad you may not know, but that tower unfortunately caught fire a few years ago and there were many deaths. It was a massive disaster. The cladding on the outside of the building caught fire and the fire quickly spread through the building, and it made us look around at other buildings similarly in London and elsewhere all over the country actually that have similar cladding, and it's all being replaced now because of that. And the tower still stands. I don't know what the plans are for it. Maybe somebody in the comments will know. Maybe it'll be demolished, I don't know. I can't imagine it'll ever be it'll be occupied again, given the horrific stuff that happened there. Anyway, I'll point that out just as I happen to be passing. I don't mean to make it into a tourist attraction, of course. I was hoping to see Wembley Stadium, but I think we've already passed that. Hello, it's a cheeky scooter. Look at that NMAX. That's the way to get around London, isn't it? Of course, they're all subject to the same speed limit, so it doesn't matter what two wheels you're on, but yeah, two wheels is definitely the way to get around London. And the reason why motorcycles are exempt, I was reading on the Transport for London website, are exempt from the congestion charge, etc., is because the London Mayor doesn't see as motorcycles being part of the congestion problem. So thank you very much. So he doesn't charge us. Maybe you'd like to encourage us more to ride in. That would be good, wouldn't it? Anyway, I digress. Alrighty, I've got to turn off in a couple of miles and I've got to try and find my way to the London Zoo car park, which is where I'm aiming to park. Speak to you in a mo. Alrighty, this is where I start to panic because it's going to get complicated now. This is the area of London known as Marylebone, and I need to turn off pretty soon to head towards Camden Way. What's that there? Edgware Road Station, just down there. Look, the tube station. Classic London tube station. Hope you can see that alright. Some mighty impressive buildings around here. But no time to sightsee. Just got to pay attention. I've got to turn off down here, Causeway Street apparently, in 800 feet. What do we do before sat-night navigation, eh? I know, we read maps. We seemed to get around absolutely fine, didn't we? But boy, doesn't it make it easier these days. Ah, here you can see, look, red lines, red double lines on the side of the road, indicating that red route I was talking about earlier. In fact, I think I'm going to come over there, because my turn's just down here somewhere. Causeway Street, Northwest 1, City of Westminster. That'll do me. This is very exciting. I should do this more often. I have to say, I got in here in no time. I'm well early for my meeting with my daughter. On the train, it would have been half an hour on the train, then it would have been, you know, another 20 minutes on the tube, plus a walk. This is way more fun, cheaper. Why wouldn't you do this? I love these old Muse buildings. I mean, they may not look much to you, but trust me, these are expensive properties. Everywhere in London is expensive, and this area is no exception, even though it might look a bit grungy to you. I do love the history in London. This place called the Seashell Restaurant, look, I've no idea why it's called that, but I bet you there's a history as to why it's called that. Might not be a very exciting history, but a lot of the pub names and things have fascinating histories. It's almost worth doing a sort of a London pub crawl on the bike. Oops, sorry ladies, failed my test for that. and just get into the history of some London pubs. But maybe that doesn't go with motorcycling very well. See, once you're off the main roads, it's pretty quiet on these back streets. Ever since the congestion charges and ULEZ zones were brought in, the congestion charge has been around for years now. You know, maybe 25 years, something like that. It's made London so much better to get around when you're actually in it by car or bike. Although of course it does add to the cost. If you're coming in every day, it'd be a nightmare. Parking is going to be the trick here. I'm a bit worried about leaving the bike. I must have been out of sight. I just hope there is an attendant, and I hope I can get a space at this car park, and I'm hoping there is an attendant there. We'll find out in a minute, because I've only got 1.3 miles to go until I'm there. So yeah, wish me luck on finding it. Well, it's all looking a bit posher down here. Very nice. Right, I'm looking for Hanover Gate. Let's hope that I'm allowed to go in there and it doesn't say no motorcycles or motor vehicles, or it's just for taxis or something. Sometimes you fall foul of that sort of thing. Beautiful buildings here. On my right behind here is actually Regents Park, which is where London Zoo is. Hopefully I can get in here. Oh, that truck's going down there. Let's give it a try. Right, so this is what's known as the outer circle of Regents Park. Park's in there. Very civilised. Trees are looking beautiful. That one looks like it might have a problem actually. Lovely. This again is very much raw Jordanian territory. I wonder who lives in these fancy looking houses. Important people, I would say. Well-to-do people. What a beautiful place to live, isn't it? Just tranquil here, right in central London. Anyway, I've got a car park to find. Let's hope it looks secure, because I am a little bit worried about leaving my beloved Kawasaki. Did I mention that? Aha! There's the entrance to the zoo. Very busy today. Bike parking there, that's cycle parking. Wonder if I could leave my motorbike there. Again, you've got to be very careful about where you park in London. You could leave your bike where you think it's somewhere, makes complete sense, and you'll get yourself a ticket. So I did do a bit of looking up on the interwebs before I came out, and providing there's space, it is perfectly okay to park your motorcycle where I'm headed. Well, at least according to the bit of the internet I read. Oh, I can smell fish and chips. That's given me an idea. Now, according to my sat nav, the car park's in here somewhere. Let's hope I can get in still. Fingers crossed, folks. Wish me luck. And it looks like it is manned as well, so that is handy. According to this, it's £17.50 for a zoo visitor. Non-zoo visitor, 70 quid. That cannot be right, surely. Let's ask this geezer if that's correct. I read it was free for 4 hours. What's going on there? I'll ask this fella. Hello there, I read that it was free for a motorbike for 4 hours, is that correct?
Say again?
I read that, hang on. Sorry. I read that on the internet that it was free to park it for 4 hours with a bike, is that correct?
Not in the actual zoo car park.
Right.
We do charge for bikes.
Right.
$17.50. I don't know if you can park on the road for 4 hours, but it's 4 hour parking on the road.
Okay, I'd rather not leave it on the road. So it's $17.50 to park here, is it?
Yes. However, I have actually parked a disabled car on the bike spot.
Right.
So if you want to park just over there, maybe?
I can sneak it in probably next to that blue BMW.
Yeah, I won't charge if you just park.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. All right, I'll do that then. Perfect. Thank you. Cheers. There we go. Sometimes you get lucky, don't you? So I don't know if they might pick that up, but it's normally $17.50, so much for my research. But he said he wouldn't charge me because he's parked a disabled person in the motorcycle parking spot. He said if I stick my bike here, I can do it for free. And I'm quite happy with that because it's right there as well, so we can keep an eye on it. Right, I'll get some locks on and I'll show you how I'm going to secure the bike. Now unfortunately I'm having to compete sound-wise with the man with the strimmer by the bike, so I've just moved away, but it's very noisy over there. But let me show you how I've secured the bike and a problem I've come up against. So first off, I put a heavy chain on the back of the bike, which was more of a visual deterrent. I'll show you that. There we go. And that's through the wheel and this bit of the frame as well, so hopefully that'll work. Now my other plan was to get one of these super duper light locks, so one of these U-lock things, and put it through the front wheel because they're very sort of angle grinder proof. But look, it physically won't fit through. So well disappointed. I bought the light lock specifically for this trip and I can't actually get it through the wheel. What a blow. Alrighty, so you learn something new every day, don't you? I was convinced that those light locks were going to be the solution to my security worries here in London. But turns out on the Kawasaki, you can't even get them through the wheel. I tried it on the front wheel and the rear. Unfortunately, I damaged the gold rim slightly with it. Absolutely gutted about that. So, yeah, if you've managed to use one of those locks on your Kawasaki Z900RS, tell me how you did it. Because I do think they're good locks, just no good with that bike. I'll do a bit of a test on my other bikes before I attempt to use it again. Anyway, there we go. So some you win, some you lose, don't you? I definitely won as far as the parking there is concerned, because yeah, would have cost me £17.50 if that fella had decided to be awkward, but got it for free. The bike's parked under a camera, it's within eyeshot of his cabin, and he's going to be there for the next couple of hours. I'm only going to be a couple of hours in the pub with my daughter having a lunch, so yeah, I think that'll work out all right. Anyway, I've now got to find the pub, find my daughter, order up, I don't know, I'm in a bit of a burgery mood. We'll see. Oh, mind you, I'm with my daughter, it might have to be something healthy. Anyway, we'll see what transpires. So I found the pub, I found my daughter.
Hello.
And I've found my burger. Right, bon appetito. Yeah, what have you got there, Steph, out of interest? It looks like quinoa or something.
A healthy chicken avocado mango salad. Thought I'd be healthier.
Yeah, well, I've gone for a healthy burger and chips, look at that. Which would you rather have? Comments below. Right, well, I'd say that's mission accomplished. I've just walked my daughter back to where she works. And Radio 4 fans might notice Mornington Crescent Station behind me. And right, I'm going to head back to London Zoo, check out, see if my bike's all right after all. I'm sure it will be, but you never know around here. Right, safely back to the parking lot. Glad to say Strimmerman's done and the bike is absolutely fine. Nobody's touched it. I've even still got my little sat nav, so all is well. Right, turned out all right then. Let's jump back on the bike and head our way home. So there we go, folks. Just a little bonus video for you to show you the sorts of things I get up to on a rare day off. And yeah, just thought it was worth seeing what it's like coming into London on my bike on a weekday. And I have to say, absolute piece of cake. Really good way of getting in and around London. The only downside is parking. Really, really difficult to find parking for bikes. And then if you can find it, do you trust it to be safe in terms of your bike being pinched or whatever? As it happened, it all worked out absolutely fine for me. But that was mainly thanks to that nice fella in the cabin there at the zoo car park that let me stay there for free, and it was obviously pretty secure under his watchful gaze as well, so thank you to him. Right, so the sat nav is telling me to go back a slight route to the way I came in. Instead of going back on the A40 the west way, I'm going to head back up and pick up the M1 via Watford that way. Obviously traffic favours that route. It's just over an hour to get home, so I'm not sure there's much to see, but yeah, looking forward to getting a little bit of air because it's quite warm now, 24 degrees. What an absolute cracking summer it has been here in Blighty. It might look a bit dull on the camera, but no, it's been really nice. It's a pretty fancy place, isn't it? Prince Albert Road, NW8. Wonder how much these flats cost. Quite a lot, I'll wager. Some really nice bits of London around here, just around Camden. You've got places like I want to say Ladbroke Grove, but I don't mean that. I can't remember any of the other fancy places around here, but there are some lovely spots around here. I might see them on here. Kilburn, Maida Vale, St John's Wood, Swiss Cottage on the signs, all places I know as being pretty fancy places to live if you're going to be in London. I mean, look at this. This is central London, but you've got these houses here. I mean, these are going to be worth an absolute mint. Fabulous. Well, fabulous if you can afford them. Is that flag there? Is that some sort of embassy? Could be, couldn't it? Who knows? Oh, another flag there. Could that be an embassy? What flag's that? I don't know. Highgate isn't far from here, and the famous cemetery, Hampstead Heath, and its incredible view of London. It's all in this area. It's kind of the place to be if you're going to live in London. Me thinks so anyway. Wow, look at these mansions. Ah, Swiss Cottage School. So that's in fact where we are. And then in the blink of an eye, around the corner, and this is now the Finchley Road. And look at this for a difference. I mean, this is hardly a rough end of London, but it's quite different to where I was just a few hundred yards ago. Anyway, there we go. That's London for you. Fascinating city. Absolutely love it. Alright, hope you've enjoyed that little bonus video. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mr. Flyer. Cheerio.
Right, just got back to base, bit miffed about the whole light lock situation, then had a brainwave. Of course, I could have always fitted it like this. What an idiot. You just put it through the spokes, it's absolutely fine. So take it all back, light lock's a brilliant lock.